It's fucking music.
Come on.
Yeah, this is the new
Give it
song.
to us. It's different.
This music slaps.
It's different.
There's new stuff. I looked away for a second
see it,
because I thought
I
it was
see
going to.
Oh.
It's in a different angle.
That's a Scythe there.
It's a scythe! It's a scythe!
It's like
That's a Scythe.
Oh yes! It's a gun scythe!
That's a hammer.
It's
more than
a fucking
scythe
gun
as well.
Oh, look at it!
Well, El, we know what's
Fucking
happening.
yes! I fucking knew it!
New job user scythe.
Yes!
Finish your drink. Might have to do that.
Oh, I'm so fucking happy! How y'all, Wyrm here, and it finally freaking happened. Last night, on the FanFest live stream, we got the announcement that the Reaper is the new melee DPS coming to Final Fantasy XIV, and as you just saw from me reacting, I couldn't have been happier. I honestly nearly burst into tears, I was so excited. Now, this is only going to be a quick video for me. I'm absolutely exhausted. I need to get some sleep before day 2 of FanFest. Also, I do want to stay up for the piano, but let's move on. Now, the Reaper is actually new to the Final Fantasy series. There's never been a job called the Reaper before. And we've learned a couple of things about it, but I'm also going to go through a couple of things that we already do know about the Reaper in the series in general. So first off, as I've already stated, that there's no job named the Reaper in the Final Fantasy series. We've seen a number of side wielders that I've gone into in a video before, but we've never seen the Reaper job or anything even close to it. Now, the Reaper ability comes up a number of times in the series. There's also a number of enemies called the Reaper. You'd see them in the likes of Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy XV, for example, and a couple of the other games, but it just comes up in terms and ability names in the rest of the series. So this is something definitely new and unique to Final Fantasy XIV. Now, we learned a couple of things during the announcement. It's the new melee DPS, obviously. It has the weapon of a Scythe, which is a two-handed weapon. It requires no class in order to unlock it, and its starting level is level 70, which means you need to have another job at level 70 in order to unlock it. And it starts off in Ul'dah. We don't know exactly who this actual trainer is going to be, but I'm assuming it's some visitor to Ul'dah from a distant land, because Reaper is something definitely new to Eorzea. Now, as you saw from the FanFest reveal when they showed us its actual rotation, it wields a Scythe for dynamic close quarters combat. It calls upon an avatar from the Void to join it in battle, and can serve as a host for their avatar. Now, they're just a couple of general terms, but these are actually very interesting when I was actually reading them. This avatar itself is some sort of demon or void sent that's actually being brought from the 13th world, which is the world of darkness, and is being used by the Reaper as essentially as a pet, kind of. But it can also serve as a host for that void send in order to actually augment their own abilities and increase their power. Now, what that means is it's just going to be a main cooldown they're going to use in order to actually do a lot more powerful abilities during, I'd say, likely a 20-second window, similar to the other DPS that are actually out there already. But the fact that they're actually using Void Sent in this fashion, I mean, we've seen other NPCs and stuff like that use Void Sent and try to manipulate Void Sent, but this is the first job that we've actually had that's actually taking a Void Sent and bending it to their will. But the fact that they're doing that, and Void Sent are inherently very, very dangerous. The fact that the Reaper does that means that it's going down a very dark path. I have a feeling that its role quests are going to be pretty dark, and its story and backstory are going to be pretty dark as well. I mean, we already have the Dark Knight, which has a pretty dark kind of story, but I think the Reaper is actually going to blow that out of the water, and it's going to be the darkest, maybe the most evil kind of job that we'll actually encounter in the Final Fantasy series. Now, let's address the most important thing. We knew that the Reaper was actually coming and the Scythe was coming because Xenos, as revealed in the FanFest trailer, was actually wielding a gun scythe, which is a different scythe than ours. The Reaper doesn't have a gun scythe in his footage, but it looks like Xenos he has the typical Garlean spin on his own weapon by using a gun scythe. So it's nothing new of a Garlean Emperor like Xenos. Now, it likely means Xenos is a Reaper as well, just like we are. However, he'll have augmented abilities similar to his overall stature. He's an overpowered powerhouse at this point. So he's going to use a lot of flashy abilities, similar to what the Reaper will use more than likely, but dressed up with more flair and then added effect with the actual barrel inside his scythe for extra effect. Now, we got a quick look at its actual reveal trailer, so we can actually see what its overall rotation is. And when I was looking at its rotation, I noticed that it's fairly similar to the rotation of the other melee DPS we already have. It has a standard 1-2-3 rotation, and then it uses what looks like a number of procs from the avatar in order to deliver some procced extra damaging abilities. So it looks pretty standard in that case, but I'd imagine just giving its overall style, which makes it unique already, I'd imagine there's going to be a number of ability changes as well that'll make it stand out from the other melee DPS in the crowd, particularly the Dragoon, which is started gear set. But everyone, I want to know, what do you all think? What do you think about the Reaper? What do you think about Xenos as a new gun scythe? Let everything out and tell me in the comments. Please share your story, let your voice be heard. I'm going to stop this video right here, mainly because we don't really have that much to go into and I need to go to bed before I actually pass out, although I'm going to watch the piano concert first and then maybe I'll just hit the sack then and wake up for day 2. Oh, we have a long weekend ahead of us, everyone, and just try and get some sleep, stay hydrated as well. Thanks all, and as always, have a good one.